Being a female solo founder is no different than being a male solo founder or a female non-solo founder. So I think that there's two things. Number one, being a solo founder is difficult. This is fact. Even I was talking to someone and they actually said, for your company to be investable, you actually have to be 10x better than a non-solo team. Because if you're putting bets on the table, you're going to bet on the team versus the individual. It just is, right?
Exactly.
You're looking at probabilities. So in that respect, yes, I have to work harder. As a female, it's just something that's new. So when people have new things, it's just unknown. So it's just about navigating and making your own way as a female. And I've actually noticed, I'm friends with all the other female solo founders. There's quite a lot of them. I'm friends with a lot of female founders, female CEOs, and other female founders as a whole. And we experience a lot of the same things that the boys do. It's not necessarily a female versus male thing, but there are definitely inherent biases for being a woman in Silicon Valley.
Yes, so that was my another question. Do you think that it's harder to gain investment, or is it maybe easier to get investors invest in you?
I think it's always hard to get investment. And nobody likes it, male or female. So that is that. From a standpoint of investment, it's really aligning yourself with the people that are comfortable and used to seeing women founders and successful women, because this is something new. So when you have new things, you are not comfortable with them. So it's about being around people who are somewhat comfortable about them, and we're still paving the way. So there's a lot of people that are just not used to it. They're not being biased against you on purpose. They just don't know.
So you still have less choice of investors that
I would definitely say so. I think that everyone says that they're equally opportunistic between male and female, but when you look at the statistics, there's two statistics. Number one, maybe there's less percentage of women going out for these investments, but that means that the percentage of funded should be like the same amount of companies that are women founded, which is not true. And then the second factor is previously, in the last 10 years, women were investors' girlfriends and secretaries and wives. And this is true. This is just a fact. And so if you're used to seeing women in these roles, and all of a sudden you have a woman that is a CEO of a company, this is just baffling. And then,
abnormality.
Yeah, extremely abnormal. And then you have all of these industries that are new, right? So it used to be that tech company was this big thing that you can create, but now every company is tech enabled. So I consider myself an education company that happens to use technology. I'm not a tech company that happens to use education. And then I have friends who run tech companies, but they're really entertainment companies with technology, or they're really fashion companies using technology. So now you have an influx of unlimited companies, which are also different than what people are used to. And then you add the female on top of that. So there's just a lot of new things. And I think the Valley will mature. Luckily, we move really fast here. And so I think that's going to change over time. But definitely navigating it is challenging.